It is about 9 o'clock and we have unfortunately found, we went to go check on all the cows today that we were given the medicine to, and unfortunately we found one that had passed away. So that means that's 2 cows that we have found that are dead. So this is the part that I don't think a lot of people really talk about, is what do you do? So what we have decided to do is we're going to pull him out of where he is, and we're going to just basically wrap some chains around his legs and pull him out with the skid steer, and then we're going to bury him in the back. We have one more that's not looking so good, and we've double dosed him with the penicillin like we've been instructed. So all we can do now is wait. There's not a whole lot we can do, and it's very frustrating and it's very sad. And it's sometimes, so what we've been told is that, you know, on average there's a 10% loss potentially. We don't want to have any that pass away. That's not where we want to be. We want to be responsible cattle owners, and it's very hard to see this happen. I know they have just numbers, but you kind of get attached, so it's kind of sad. So I'm going to show you how this is going to work. I wanted to go ahead and precede this by letting you guys know this may not be appropriate for the kids. They may not want to see this, but I feel it's important to document what is going to happen and how you take care of a situation like this, because some people don't really know, what do you do. JC has the skid steer hooked up with the forks, and he's basically wrapping some chain around the legs. The animal hasn't been passed away for that long, so we're gonna pull him out and then we'll lift him up and escort him to his final resting place. It is Monday, 5th of July. We have told you already that we have a couple of cows that are not feeling so well and they're looking a little thin, so we want to go ahead and give them some antibiotics today before we leave, because we don't, we're going to be back next weekend, but in that time we don't want them to get any worse. So what we have done is we have created our own run. What do you want to call this thing? We got our own chute. We have our own chute. So we went and purchased there's a head chute here, and it's attached to this squeeze. It will open and close and squeeze. You can see JC closing it and opening it for the size of the cow. These open, and that's where we give them the shot. these levers open and close the back gate and the squeeze. Then we have a section here where we will put a couple of cows to get them ready. They'll go in, and then there'll be a smaller section here, and then there's the larger section where it will close off, so a majority of them will be in there. We're looking at 22 right now that we have in the herd on this side. We have a couple singles out and about, but we have one, number 22, we want to get first. So here is how it will look. So the cows tend to hang out by that tree, and what we're going to do is we're going to push them. They like this corner for some reason, so we're going to push them. We'll set up the gate will swing open. It's a 16-foot gate. It'll swing open, and we'll have the tractor with the bat wings up here, and it should push them. They'll come up. I'll close the gate here, and they'll all be in here. And then we'll have a second section where we'll have maybe two or three in there. And then there's a top chute where we'll have 4 slats that will go across, and there'll be 1 or 2 in there, and then there should be 1 in. So we'll push 1 or 2, and then we'll have a couple in this section. We'll push those through, and then we'll have the majority of them in this area here. Now, ideally, we will have, just like on this side, 4 board on one side, 3 on the other. Well, because it is Monday and we're all supposed to go back to work tomorrow, we were able to get the 3 up, and we'll have to put the 4 up next time. We're hoping this will work temporarily just for today. And as you can see, that's what it'll look like going up with the other gate. We decided on a straight chute as opposed to having any turns. We noticed they like to stick to the corners, and that can be problematic when you're trying to do this with just 2 people, because we did this over at a neighbor's, and if you saw some of our first videos, there was a corner, and getting them to go around the corner got to be a little bit difficult to push. So we thought if we made it a straight shot, then it wouldn't be so hard to push. So we'll see how this goes today. And I'd like to do a shout out for my supervisor, Stephanie. And I appreciate her entertaining my phone call yesterday. For us, this is an emergency that we need to get these cows antibiotics this weekend before we leave. It is definitely one of those things as a part-time weekend rancher that can be a little frustrating. You don't take into consideration that the cows will get sick. You think, you buy them, they're healthy, and unless there's some serious issue on the property, disease or something inherent, but it appears that what may have happened is they picked up something, either was in the yards or some stockyard or something like that where we purchased them, and they got sick. We believe it is pneumonia because of the discharge from the nose and the weight loss and the apathy and stuff. So with that being said, we want to take care of them, and it's difficult unless you're here all the time to administer medicine every single day, which isn't required at this point in time. It seems like the cows are still eating, and a lot of them are pretty fat and healthy and happy. So now we're just wanting to do something preventative. So we're going to also try to treat the flies. We're going to put some Permethrin 10 livestock spray. We just got a standard sprayer from the home improvement store, water to fill it up, because I believe it's 2 milliliters for every gallon. I'll have to look and make sure I read it correctly. And then we have the antibiotics. For those that look pretty healthy, we're going to do 200, and for those who are a little less underweight, we're going to do 300. We have our needles, the water, the sprayer. So all we're doing is 2 things today: shots and spray for flies.
So we're down to our last 7. Our layout, I can say, kind of worked as planned. It's like 90 degrees outside. It's probably not the best thing to be doing this, but we got to make sure that they're healthy. So we're giving them some vaccine, some antibiotic, also spraying them with some fly away. And so we have a larger corral here that can probably hold 20 or 30. We have a smaller one that can hold 5 or 6. There's 4 in there right now. And then we have the little running chute where you can get 2 or 3. right before they go into the actual head chute and squeeze. So we're pushing them in. There they go. Come on. Come on. Yep. She drops the gate. She backed up. We gotta coax her to go forward to put her head in the lock, and then we'll squeeze her a bit. The only issue that we're seeing right now is we've done a makeshift door. We didn't get a 4-foot door, so we just put some boards, and a couple of cows have actually gone over. So that's why the top board is up there, but we're almost done, and hopefully they'll be nice and healthy.
We're home. It's about 7:40 at night. We show you guys all the time us starting in the morning at 4 in the morning. What we don't show you guys is when you come home, whatever time that is, we have to unpack. Right, Stella? And that's how it's done.